Hey guys, and welcome back to New Earth Alchemy. You'd think I'd be able to pronounce the name of my own show, but it is Mercury retrograde. So we did cover that yesterday. Anyway, we're over here trying our best to work on ourselves in order to work on the world, in order to create a better experience for us all. Today I want to cover a little bit of a mindset thing. Particularly a quote that I'm taking from Jeremy Lesniak, who came onto the show a few months ago, and he and I had a wonderful conversation about martial arts and the benefits of it. Him being a martial arts instructor and me just having a little bit of background in martial arts as a student, which, yoga is very closely tied to. These Eastern practices come with their own philosophies that help us not only learn how to fight or stretch or take care of our bodies, but takes things off the mat into our everyday world, everyday life, and gives us practical tools to use in navigating all of the everyday regular life stuff. So that was a great episode, and it was really fun, and we flowed really well together. So if you're interested in those types of things, you can go listen to that. But there was something that Jeremy said during that episode that has just stuck with me and rang in my head ever since, almost every day, and I wanted to share it with you. And I'm not sure, I don't remember if he said that this was his quote or if he got it from somewhere. If you listen to the episode, catch it and let me know, so I can give proper credit where credit is due. But what he said was, how you do anything is how you do everything. And I cannot find a instance where that does not appear to be true. After he said that, and it started ringing in my ears for the following months, almost every day, I've been paying attention, I've been looking, and I keep thinking, how you do anything is how you do everything. And I keep looking for examples where it's not true, but it is true. And actually, I told my friend about this a few days ago, and it was so funny watching the transition of her face, because as soon as I said it, she was like, that's so true. I was thinking, and she started to give this example of her at work, and she stopped mid-sentence, and she goes, oh no, am I a slob everywhere? And I don't know. You tell me. It's not anybody else's place to decide what you are or who you are. It is only your place to decide who you are. But just be looking around, what is the state of your vehicle? Does it go with the state of your bedroom? The dishes? How does that translate into, say, your work ethic and style or your parenting style? Because this statement seems to say, and I cannot prove it inaccurate after months of paying attention to not only my own habits and lifestyle and stuff, but also the lifestyle and habits and stuff of those around me. And it seems to be pretty accurate that those who are type A, organized, thorough with their everything, it applies to all of the things. If they're like that, then they're like that with their vehicle, and their vehicle is always tidy and neat and clean and polished, and then so is their presentation of themselves to the world, and then so is their bedroom and their eating habits and how they take care of their body just in general, how they spend their free time. And then those who are kind of messy in one place tend to be kind of messy in all of the other places as well. Not that there's anything wrong with that if it's working for you and it's in a healthy way. You can absolutely be messy in a healthy way. It's up to you to decide where your priorities lie and where you need to put the energy. We can't do all of the things. We can do anything, but not everything. So in order to put our priorities and our energy in certain places, sometimes we definitely have to. It's not sometimes. We definitely have to pick and choose what is worth our energy and what is not. And again, most of us are on default autopilot mode, so we're not actually consciously choosing where we put our energy. We're just kind of like doing things and navigating based on old patterns that may or may not be helpful. But If you're following this podcast, you're probably at least a little bit aware of your own patterns and want to fix anything that needs to be fixed. Anything that you portray as needing to be fixed. But this quote, how you do anything is how you do everything, has not only brought into perspective all of the things in that sense, but it's also really helped me to relax a lot about things that I was a little concerned about, like my business, for example, and the podcast. If you are a solopreneur like myself, you may often find yourself wondering if you're doing enough for the business. And we can translate this to parenting, to how we eat, to how we take care of our homes and our family, and it's guilt usually. Okay, so it's helped me ease a lot of my guilt that I have from, just being one person and not able to do all of the things, even when I go and work and run myself into the ground. You don't carry guilt like that? Well, I do. And I try not to. Like, consciously, I'm aware that I should not have guilt about only being one person and not able to do all of the things no matter how I try. But it's hard, when you want to be all of the things for all of the people in your life and you want to have a squeaky clean home and a 5-figure business and, whatever, 6-figure, I don't know, any figure business will do, whatever I deserve, I suppose. Anyway, this quote has helped me release a lot of that guilt and settle into and create space around what I am prioritizing and where I'm putting my energy. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So when I start getting concerned that I'm not putting enough into my business, or if I'm not being the best parent that I can, then I look at other aspects of my life and I go, okay, I'm probably doing fine in those areas too, where I'm holding the guilt. And it's helped me relax and trust myself and the process and all of the things that I'm already doing. I'm looking around right now at my desk and my environment, and everything is clean enough. Everything is organized enough. Everything is definitely functional, and I have tabs on all of the things that I have and I need. I know where everything is. There's no clutter. There's dust, but it's minimal dust, and there's dog hair, but I know I vacuum every day. And essentially that tells me a little bit about myself in other areas. So am I the most pristine, shiny, perfect individual? No. But am I good enough? Yeah, I'm absolutely good enough. Everything's fine. And if that's how I keep my environment, then most likely that's also how I keep my relationships and my business and my habits and all of my other things, my parenting. Not perfect, but good enough. And good enough on like the upper end of the scale too, not the lower end. By my standards, again, I am not judging you. You are judging yourself if you feel judged at all by anything I ever say. You have to create your own standards. This also comes back to the as above, so below, as within, so without type of thing, because our environment and our habits and all of our things that are external are an extension of the energy that we have within ourselves. And that's why I'm always telling you to, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel cluttered, if you feel anxious or out of control or whatever, you've got like a storm on the inside, then you can fix that storm, or you can ease the storm, you can soothe the storm, you can help it out by focusing on cleaning your bedroom, cleaning your desk, cleaning your car, focusing on the things outside of yourself that you are a little bit more tangible, that make you feel a little bit more in control, and it will do wonders for your inner world as well. My clients hate it when they come to me with like some mental overwhelm, trauma, anxiety stuff, and they're like, how do I fix this? I am so overwhelmed. And I'm like, go clean your bedroom. Like, how does that translate? That makes no sense. What do you mean, clean your bedroom, Savannah? I am wrought with despair and depression. I can't clean my bedroom. How is that going to help? I can't even make myself do it. And it's because energy is just energy, no matter how it formulates and translates to us, through us, around us, from us, into us, all of the things. We're swirling energy. We're swirling energy. The things around us are swirling energy. And learning how to control that energy and manipulate that energy, and in turn heal the energy within you so that you can in turn manifest the things that you want, takes a mindset and understanding that kind of goes opposite to how we've been made to believe the world works. The world is a lot more abstract and non-solid. Is solid the word? Here we go. Here's an example, because I finally started offering Reiki services. Okay, super excited about that. That's something I've spent almost an entire year trying to get the certification for. But we're here, we're hitting the road, and yesterday I was updating the website to say that I offer Reiki and whatnot. And I was thinking about how I could do home Reiki cleanses, and how people are going to hate me because it's going to translate into me being like, that corner right there that is a catch-all pile-up, yada yada, you need to clean that. And they're going to be like, excuse me, what? I didn't have you come here for cleaning advice on my home. I came here to cleanse the energy of my home. And yes, but cleaning the energy of your home, or anything really, imagine you have a trash can sitting in a room and it's super stinky and it's just radiating this smell from it. And then you take the energy cleansing is the Febreze, the air freshener, and you like spray it, and then it kind of covers it up for a little bit. It cleans it for a little bit, but the problem is still there. The problem has not been taken care of. Therefore, all of the energy that is problematic is just going to reiterate itself back into existence as soon as I leave. It's going to start seeping back in. We can cleanse the energy, we can cleanse your aura, we can balance your chakras, but if you're not actively taking care of that which is causing them to be out of whack in the first place, then it's just a band-aid on a gaping wound. It's just gonna bring itself right back into out of balance, right back into wankiness. And since, as within, so without, as above, so below, the macrocosm is a direct reflection of the microcosm. Our environments are an extension of ourselves. So, if you feel overwhelmed and cluttered on the inside and you have this trauma and you can't figure out how to get it out of your head, and you know what the trauma is, okay? You know what the trauma is, but you just can't figure out how to move past it, how to let it go, how to get it out of your body and stop causing problems. But your environment that you spend the most time in is just exasperating those exact issues. It's cluttered, it's adding overwhelm. Then it's going to make it that much harder to, say, take out the trash that's causing the stink. Because like attracts like, energy attracts the same type of energy. The vibrations that you're swimming in physically is the same vibrations that you're swimming in mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's all overlap. There is no divide between the physical and the spiritual and the mental. We section it all off so that we can understand it better, but it's all the same soup. And since we're more akin to the physical, it makes it a little bit easier to understand, to start with, to navigate. Sometimes it's easier for us to control our environment than it is for us to control our minds and our emotions. But if we get our environment under control, it makes it that much easier to control our mind and our emotions. They bounce off of one another. They influence one another. So, I mean, I know nobody wants to be told that they need to clean the house more, okay? And I mean, like, you can get somebody else to clean it, or you can ask somebody to help clean it, or body doubling. Have you heard of body doubling? That's super useful, where you just have a friend come over, and they don't even have to do anything but, like, hang out and talk to you. Or, like, they don't even have to do that. If they just sit and scroll on their phone for a while, it's easier to do the chores. That's a major ADHD hack, neurodivergent hack. But again, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you want your mental state and your emotional state to be clean and clear and calm and peaceful and not overwhelming and anxious, then that's exactly how you have to make your environment, or else you're just soaking in it. So think about that quote. How you do anything is how you do everything. Start paying attention to everything around you and see if that is true for you. Be sure to be honest with yourself, because we're not always. And if you feel like you need to get some things under control, then you don't have to do all the things at once, all the time. You can focus on one area at a time, whether it be cleaning one area, cleaning all of the areas, or it can be in food, or it can be in exercise, or it can be in parenting, and just clean up something. And I use the word clean because that's the word we've been using. We've been talking about cleaning areas, but we could just as easily use the word refine, organize, polish, focus on, making one area of your life a little bit more well-rounded, and that will start rubbing off on all of the other areas in your life, because that's how energy works. The momentum builds and it becomes easy eventually, if you're doing it right. So with all of that, I hope you enjoyed it and gained something here. Let me know what you think in the Facebook group or an email, however you want to contact me. I'm very easily contactable. I'm around. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always happy to help. And until next week, namaste.